back in Land Rover land. Right, finally got back round to hopefully sorting this out so I can get it MOT'd. I don't know if you remember from last time, but we had a leaky front drive shaft seal. Up here, so I've taken the nuts off the bolts. I'm about to pull out the front prop shaft, which should expose the nut that holds the collar in there. Take the nut out. It might be torque loaded, so I might have to count the turns off with the nut, and it might be split pinned. It's in gear, the handbrake's on, so hopefully I'll be able to loosen off that nut. Pop the seal out, change the seal, put it back together. Let's see how we get on. So, you're rejoining me when all the fun's over. Right then, we took the prop shaft off, the drive shaft off the front, and we were faced with a lock nut. Looks like a fairly new lock nut that somebody changed an engine recently, so that'll probably explain that, engine and box. Right, so we've got that lock nut there. And it was tight. It probably run up with an impact wrench. So I tried an impact wrench. Would it move? Would it how? I tried a 3-foot breaker bar, 1/2 inch breaker bar, 30mm socket by the way. Would it shift? Would it how? I had it in first gear and it was turning the engine over. So I put it in first gear, low box, and then with the 3-foot breaker bar with the 30mm socket, I managed to break the seal on the nut, get the nut off. So the nut was off, the pulley was a little tap and that came out. I bought one of these, US Pro, so you can adjust the angle on it to pull the seal out, because I knew it was going to be a tricky location. And every time I put pressure on it, the gap here opened and it jumped a tooth. See, it's adjustable on the way you can have it. It's buggered now. So yeah, I put a G-clamp on it to stop it splaying open, to try and stop it jumping a cog. The bugger still jumped a cog. So I'm stuck here with a whole lot of parts, and how am I going to get the oil seal out? So my old 2-foot long screwdriver from the local cheap shop, came in, stuck it in, wrenched it out, and put a new seal in. To tap the seal in, I had a section of exhaust that I'd cut off a Land Rover at one point. So I use that to lightly tap the seal in. So now, as you can see, we have the new seal fitted, the prop shaft's off to the right hand side, and the new seal's fitted. So I'm going to put the collar back in. Then I've put a bit of grease on it so it doesn't burn the seal when on the initial startup. Put the nut back on, run it down with an impact wrench, and put the prop shaft on, and that should be it. On here, you can see there's rings, maybe a little bit of damage from burning from previous seals. I'm not sure how well it's going to seal. If it fails again, I'll buy a new one of these, little cheap Land Rover parts. New one of those, new oil seal, and do the job again.